Good morning, student. So, before we proceed ahead in today's class, let me tell what you know about this figure. Okay, good. So, what is this basic triangle? Let's name it A, B, and C. Okay. So, could someone define me what is triangle? Okay, good. So, triangle is 2D closed figure made up of three line segment. Three line segment. Good. Now, what are the other parts of triangle, student? Vertex. Okay. So, what are the vertex? We call this one vertex, that is A. Second vertex B, and this one C is third vertex. So, vertex are what? A, B, and C. Now, what is this A and B, B, C, and AC? These are sides. So, how many sides are there in triangle? The sides are AB, BC, and CA. Good. And what we call this one? Okay, good. This is angle. So this is angle A, this is angle B, and this is angle C. So how many angles are there in triangle? 3. So what are those? How do we denote? We denote it as angle A, angle B, and angle C. Good. Now tell me, a student, how many types of triangle you have studied in previous classes based on the length of sides. Okay, good. So how many types are? First one is equilateral, second is isosceles, and third one is scalene. Good. So equilateral, what happens? All three sides are equal. Three sides are equal. Okay. In isosceles, two sides are equal. And in scalene, all sides are unequal. All the three sides are of different length. Okay, good. So student, this much information you know from your previous classes, right? So before moving ahead, now I give you situation, student. Let's say this is the tiles of your classroom, right? Okay, so you can see this is kind of a square shape. Okay, now tell me, if I break this tile, okay, if this tile is get broken, so what will you do to get it repaired? Perfect, you will try to purchase another tile from the market and try to repair it, right? Now let's say I purchase a tile of which looks like something like this. So would you be able to repair it? No. Why? Correct. Although this is of a square shape, but the size of this tile is way much bigger than this one, right? So you need to purchase a tile which is of a square shape and also should be of same size as this square, right? So you cannot fix this one. Okay, so in our what happens, student, in our day-to-day life we come across many such cases where we need to deal with objects or figure of same shape and same size. For examples like passport size photo, right? Passport photos, right? Passport size photo. what happens? They are also of same shape and same size. Similarly, student, bangles, right? Our mummy wear, that is bangles. Bangles are also same shape and same size. So, in mathematics, there is a word for a student for objects or figure having same shape and same size. We have a word for it, that is congruent. So congruent is what? Figure or object having same shape and same size. In other way, student, you can say that when we place one figure or one object over one each other and it completely overlap each other, then we say that these are congruent figure or objects. Like this is our palm, like so. If we place our palm one over each other, it will completely overlap, right? So we can say that our palms are congruent. Similarly, student, you all have the same mathematics textbook, right? So if you place one over other, it will completely overlap. So we can say that your mathematics books are also congruent. Okay, so now you have understood the concept of congruent. So now student, in this chapter, in today's lesson, we will limit our discussion only to congruency of triangle. So that is our today topic, that is congruency of triangle. Okay student, now tell me what when you call two triangles are congruent. Correct. When two triangles have same shape and same side, we would call it congruent, right? Okay, shape you understand, it should be triangle. But what do you mean by size? What we understand when we call the size should be equal? Okay, good. When we say that size should be equal, it means the length of sides of two triangle and their angle should be equal. Okay, so let's write the formal definition of congruent triangle. So two triangles said to be congruent if both have same shape, that is we can say in other word we can say both have same or we can say both have equal sides and equal angles. Okay, so let's try to understand this student with the help of figure, right? So let's say this is one triangle, name it ABC, and we have another triangle, that is triangle PQR. Okay, let's say it is 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, and this is 5 centimeter. Similarly, let's say this is also 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, and 5 centimeter, and let's say angles are 60 degree, 50 degree, and this one is 70 degree. Similarly, this one is 50 degree. Let's say this is 60 degree and this is 50 degree and this is 70 degree. So student, clearly observe in these two triangles that their sides are equal, like AB is equal to PQ, BC, that is 5 centimeter, is equal to QR, that is also 5 centimeter, and AC is equal to PR. So their sides are equal and their corresponding angles are also equal. So we can say, student, that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. But student, how do you write in symbolic form? So let's see this, how we write in symbolic form. So we write it triangle ABC is congruent. This is the sign of congruent to triangle PQR. Okay. A student, always be careful while writing this one. We cannot write here like triangle QPR, like something like this. We always be careful the corresponding vertex, like vertex A should correspond to vertex P, so we write vertex P here. B should be corresponds to Q, so we write Q, and C should be R, so not write this one. Okay, be always careful while writing the congruency of triangle in symbolic form. So student, I think you have studied about you know now what is the congruent triangle. So student, whenever I will ask you that whether two triangles are congruent or not, you will simply measure the all three sides and three angles, and if both are equals, then you will say, sir, these two triangles are congruent. But student, you have to note, so there are almost 6 quantities you have to measure, right? 3 angles and 3 sides. But it is not always the case. We have some shortcuts by which we can, measuring only few things, we can know whether two triangles are congruent or not. So these shortcuts are called as criteria or rule of congruency. So there are basically 5 rules, that is SAS, ASA, SSS, AAS and RHS. So these are the shortcuts, or we can say rules of congruency, we will study in our next class. Okay, so this is all for today, student. Let's see in tomorrow class. Thank you.